Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have classwork day 9. Notice that there is no homework with day 9, so you guys have been assigned all the homework you have. Just make sure it's done by Thursday, by the time that we take the test. So today we're going to spend 2 days on this classwork. So whatever we don't finish, you guys can finish tomorrow. There'll be videos on all of it. All right, question 87. Write the converse of each statement and then determine whether or not the converse is true. So question A, if two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. So remember, my converse is we've got an if, then conditional statement. And so the converse will then be if the second part, then the first. So if corresponding angles are equal, then two lines are parallel. Once again, if corresponding angles are equal, then two lines are parallel. And is this a true or false statement? That's going to be a true statement. Next one, letter B. Go ahead in the question and give me the converse of this one on your own. So my converse statement is in triangle ABC, if the measurement of angle C is 70 degrees, then the sum of measurement of A and the measurement of angle B is 110 degrees. This is a true statement, because if one angle in a triangle is 70, then the other two have to sum up to 110 degrees. So true. All right, question C, go ahead and answer this one. So if the two lines cut by the transversal are not parallel, then alternate interior angles K and S are not equal. So there's my converse. And if we look to see if this is true or false, it is going to be a true statement once again. So if both the lines cut by the transversal are not parallel, then alternate interior angles are not equal. And let's go ahead and do the last one. And letter D. So if Johann loses money, then he throws coins in the fountain. And if you guessed false on this one, you are correct. Because if he loses his money, he's probably not going to lose more by throwing coins in the fountain. And also, if he's losing money, we don't know how he lost it. He might have thrown coins in the fountain, or he might have lost it in some other way, fell out of his pocket, or whatever the case might have been. So that is going to be a false statement. All right, and let's move on to question 88. We've got two proofs here. Remember, the first step here is to always start with our givens. So let's start with BG. Step number 1, BG is congruent to DG. And that's going to be given. Since there's tick marks there, we know it's going to be given. And let's go with the other given. Step 2, we've got IG is congruent to OG. Perfect. Now we need to start thinking about how are we going to make congruent triangles here. We've got two sides congruent, but I need a third thing congruent before I can start making triangles congruent. So are there any other sides? Are there any angles? Think about using alternate interior angles. If we've got parallel sides, think about using vertical angles, reflexive property. Any of those are good ways that we might be able to do it. And we are going to use and say that angle BGI is congruent to angle DGO. So what is the reason that this angle is congruent to this angle? It'll be vertical angles. So now we can say the triangles are congruent. And triangle BGI is congruent to triangle DGO. And this is going to be by side, angle, side. That'll be steps 1, then 3, because step 3 was the angle, and step 2. So step 1, the first side. Step 3, the angle. Step 2, the second side. And we are good with that one. Let's go ahead and do question B. All right, so question B. First thing I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to pause the video and do as much of this proof as you can on your own. So once again, pause the video, test yourself, see if you'd be able to do something like this on your own. After you're done giving it a shot, go ahead and unpause the video, and then we can do it together. All right, so now that we are back, you can see here I wrote all of the statements. So go ahead and pause the video, write down, make sure you have those statements. And now we are going to write the reasons. And this is going to be how your multiple choice test goes. So I've got the statements, you give me the reasons. So I'll ask the multiple choice questions as we go through with this. So what is my reason for number 1? That's going to be given. We've got the tick marks, and tick marks always mean given. What is my reason for number 2? Once again, this is going to be given. We've got 2 tick marks and 2 tick marks, so those 2 are congruent. What is my reason for number 3? Reflexive. Remember, anytime that these 2 letters are the exact same as those 2 letters, it's always going to be reflexive. And the last one, number 4, what's my reason? Perfect. So my reason is going to be angle, side, angle. And then now see if you can give me the order of my steps. And if you didn't write this order, just make sure that you use my order. Otherwise, the question will obviously be wrong. All right, so it's going to be the first angle, so step 1, and then the side, which was step 3, and then the second set of angles, which was step 2. All right, this will be it for this video, but go ahead and flip over to the other page.